Welcome, and it's energy balance yoga, so that means we're going to choose a card. And today, I was about to say it's my favorite card, but I think I probably say it for quite a few, but this is just fabulous. It's beautiful, it's fabulous. What are we really doing here? You know, well, I would say for me, what the yoga is about ultimately is freedom. You know, freedom from limitation. And the gorgeous picture of Hina, the Polynesian goddess, and a gorgeous giant full moon in the background there. So lovely, that sense of freedom. Imagine being on a desert island, and yoga's like a desert island, fantasy island. Sometimes it is. It's going to be like that today. Okay, so we're going to have a wonderful little island oasis of yoga. Oh, I know what I was looking for now, the bell. It's also magic, you know, when the bell rings, it's like a whole new world, a different world, a world of freedom. How about that? Let's start sitting on the ground. Let's just find our seat, have a little bit of a rock and a roll side to side. Yeah. Just let yourself land. Circle the knees, landing and arriving. Feeling our body, feeling the ground beneath our body. Just give ourselves a little bit more time to attune, to feel, to transition into our yoga practice, into our island, our lovely island. It's like the mat's like a little bit of a desert island, a really nice desert island. Maybe it's like a magic carpet as well. Okay, so we're going to insert the fingers and push up through the hands, extend through the arms, but keep the shoulders down. It's nice length on the neck, and also keep the back of the neck long, chin slightly tucked in. And you'll feel, hopefully, with that extension, and also sitting up nice and tall, which comes from here, the lift here, you feel this all engage and get nice and long. Good. So you can feel your body, feel it engaging, feel your energy and vitality. One more breath in. And breathing out, lowering the arms down slowly as you breathe out through the nostrils, but lowering down slowly to the ground. Into the fingers in front of the body, breathing in. Through the nostrils, breathing out through the nostrils, take the hands away, sort of creating this space between the chest and the hands. So you feel the chest sort of dipping back, so get a nice roundedy back. So we're trying to make the back really expansive, both this way, across, and also lengthways. So we're really going to let the head drop down, take the hands away, the chest dipping back away from the hands. And with the breath, we want to send that breath into that space between the shoulder blades as you breathe in. Back of the heart there, and as you breathe out, taking the hands forward and taking the back backwards. And again, breathing in. Feel that in your chest as well, breathing out through the nostrils and release. Other way now, so we take the fingers behind, interlink them behind the back, let the hands just rest, elbows nice and relaxed. Neck nice and long, so we're not looking up, the length is in the back of the neck. So we're just looking at the ground in front of us. Breathe in. To the chest, breathing out, taking the chest forwards and taking the hands back. So the chest is going forwards and the hands are going back. Can you get the sense of that diagonal dynamic? That's a nice phrase, diagonal dynamic. So feel that connection between these two places, you know, the sternum, the middle of the heart, lifting upwards and forwards, and maybe where the hands meet, where the fingers interconnect, is that's going backwards and slightly away from the back as well. Breathing in. One more time and breathing out. Release. Let's take the right hand onto the left shoulder and sweep diagonally again across the body to the right hip. Let's get the energy moving, breathing in and breathing out all the time. Doing 3 sweeps, left shoulder to right hip. We do the other side. Left hand to right shoulder and sweep. Really, you know, kind of in a very strong, positive way. Quite slowly, smoothly. That's 2 sweeps. We'll do one more. Sweeping from the right shoulder to the left hip, sweeping off. And let's take the backs of the hands. So I'm just taking them onto the lower back. Let the head just drop down so we can get into that back. Make some sound out through the mouth. Breathing into the nostrils. So just kind of making a nice sound, getting that to vibrate through the body, and also getting a nice bit of ease wherever you need it on the back. Maybe it's down into the back of the hips there, lower back, and then get those knuckles either side of the spine, that little groove either side of the spine, getting those knuckles in there and getting that energy to rise up, really getting the energy to rise up. We're just stimulating and kind of fanning the flames of our energy, and then we're trying to get it raising up. Let's get the fingers, stiff fingers, and pummel this whole chest area, breathing into the nostrils. Yeah, everything is waking up. Everything's starting to kind of switch on and wake up. That's what we're trying to do here. Waking up, switching on, getting everything moving, getting that movement. Breathing in, lift the shoulders up high. Out through the mouth. Let them drop. And again, breathing in, shoulders up high. Out through the mouth. Good. And again, one more time. Squeeze the shoulders right up by the ears, lifting them, holding the breath in. And out through the mouth. Let them drop. We'll roll the shoulders back a few times. So after a day of whatever you've been doing, maybe some sitting, maybe driving, maybe looking at a laptop, you know, shoulders are going to be probably right up by the ears. Even a kind of a more restful day, shoulders tend to rise up during the day. So we can always give them a bit of attention, getting into these shoulders. And also, obviously, that's connecting up to the neck. So let's have a look at the neck. Extend the right arm up to the ceiling, to the sky. As you exhale, bring the hand to the back of the neck. So the fingers are going underneath the left ear. The right thumb is going down the spine. Breathing in. Fill the body with air. As you breathe out, just let it kind of collapse. It's a nice feeling just to let it all go. Let the head fall forwards. Really increase the space in the back of the neck, the back of the shoulders, just letting that drop. And the final part of that is really letting the weight, slightly let the weight of the arm give. So that what happens then is there's this turn in the neck. So you start turning the neck or letting it turn, and your nose is pointing directly to your left knee. You feel that's, you're supporting the left side of the neck as it's getting, or encouraged to open up. We're encouraging that space to open up in the left side of the neck. Let the left hand fall, whole arm, let it drop, so that the weight of in the shoulder is nice and heavy, that left shoulder. So we increase that space in the left side. Breathing easily in and out through the nostrils. Yeah, let it go, let it go, let it go. And you can use the inhale through the nostrils to lift your head up. That's to assist you. And then release the right hand. Check out your neck, see how it feels. Certainly feels nice and long on this left side. So we're going to level it up, reaching up from the left side, taking that hand to the back of the neck. The thumb is pointing directly down the back, and the fingers just there below the right ear, holding the right side of the neck there. A left elbow nice and elevated. Breathing in. Expand, fill that body with air, and as you exhale, feeling the chin come into the chest, feel the shoulders both drop, getting nice and round in the back, just letting it go. And another breath in. And next out breath, just dropping the weight of the left arm slightly so that you can encourage your neck to turn and your nose to point at the right knee now. Continually dropping both shoulders, but particularly the right shoulder. So we're getting lots of length in the right side of the neck. And we're holding it with the left hand supporting the side of the neck there. So just giving it that sense of holding. Nice in-breath and out-breath from the nostrils. And let's use the next inhale to lift your head up, release the hand. We'll just roll the shoulders back a couple more times, backwards and forwards, just to see how it feels now. I feel like a little bit more energy in that area. A little bit more kind of, juice in that area as well. Let's come on to all fours now. Hands underneath the shoulders, fingers spread wide, soft elbows, springy elbows. So I want to keep them lively. Knees underneath the hips, space between the knees. Inhaling, lifting the gaze, the chin lifts up as well. So we open this whole area. As we open, we also open across the chest. So imagine your shoulders going back as you look up. As you exhale, it's starting with the base of the spine, curling underneath, arching up through the spine, chin coming to the chest. It's a very simple little cat-cow movement. And it begins always with the base of the spine. So as you inhale, imagine that's lifting. It's rippling up through the spine until your chest lifts and looks forwards. Open the shoulders. And exhaling, tucking the tailbone under, arching up from the spine. Breathing in and out from the nostrils. Close your eyes. I invite you to close your eyes so that you can feel into this, but much more of an introceptive. You're hearing about introception ability, which yoga will give you. Practice of yoga will give you that sense of a feeling, a sense of your interior, physically, emotionally, mentally. And so it's a kind of intelligence, the interior experience, introspective. Not introspective. It's like you become more aware of your body, the proprioception, and then the other part is the interior experience. Introception. Inhaling, opening the chest, looking forwards, looking upwards. Exhaling, tucking the tailbone under. So always starting with the base of the spine. Really try and breathe everything out as you arch the spine. And so that invites a nice deep in breath to follow without any real effort. The main effort is in exhaling as you arch up. Just feeling that spine becoming a little bit more fluid and open. And then just sit back in the heels. Extend the arms away. We're in the pose of the swan, bring forward to the ground. Breathing into the back, the whole of that body. Can you feel those ribs from the inside? Can you feel the back expanding as you inhale? And exhale through the mouth. Really release, let go, breathe everything out on the out breath of the mouth. Key part of the breath really is being able to increase that exhale, really knowing what it is to fully empty out. So with the hands where they are, let's keep moving and breathing. Keep focusing on the spine, our center, breathing in, keep the hands where they are, coming up to all fours, breathing out, letting the hips fall, letting the chest lift, opening the chest wide. Inhale, coming up to all fours, exhale, sitting back into the heels. Really send the sitting bones back, as if you want to go back to the wall behind you. Press back with the hands so you get lots of openness in the back of the shoulders. And the inhale swoops you up, scoops you up to all fours, and the exhale, release. Get a little bend in the elbows just to prevent you from locking. Then if you lock the elbows, your shoulders are going to go forwards. Instead, we open the chest. So everything gets really lively and connected. Breathing in and breathing out. Good. Breathing in and breathing out. And again, with this one, you can close your eyes so you get more of an interior experience and you can feel into what's happening here. And stay much more kind of connected with your breath. This continual, very close relationship we have with the breath. In a way, one of our deepest intimacies is with the breath. This long-standing relationship, with ourselves and our breath. And coming up and down for the last time. And when you're sitting back into your heels, have another little rest there. Maybe sweep the arms back into the pose of the child. Back to the arms on the ground and really let the shoulders flop forward. So really feel the weight of the shoulders. And also just feel the jaws softening and the cheeks. Kind of imagine they're hanging there. So you're really letting the lips be relaxed in the cheeks. And to encourage that, we'll do this sort of horsey sound. Breathing into the nostrils. And then this sort of sound with the lips. Just to loosen the mouth up a little bit, breathing in. Good. Let's just slide the hands forwards. So they're extended forwards, ready for downward dog. Spread the fingers wide. Hold the ground with your hands. Coming up to all fours, keeping the hands where they are. Breathing in, tuck the toes under. Breathing out, lift the knees off the ground. Then we'll have a little bit of a walk with the dog. So we're going to bend one knee and put the other heel down. Now we're pushing back with the hands all the time. Now keeping the fingers and the hands engaged with the ground. Looking back towards the feet as well. We're not looking at the hands. We're looking back. The head's almost coming to the ground here. We're really letting that relax the neck between the shoulders. Shoulders moving away from each other, creating space. Let the heels come down for a moment. And if you're still up in the downward dog, going to add something in. And if you want to come down and have a little rest in between, you can. So we're going to just bring that a side step with the right foot, slight step there, so it's more in the centre. And then we're going to lift that left leg up high. Just point the toe, push back with the hands, get a nice high. So we're getting this nice length between the fingertips and the toe, and we bring it down. This is optional, you can always kind of have a little rest and come back up and down with dog. Bring that left foot down and then reaching up with the right, point the toe, push back or push into the hands, make it nice and long, and then breathing out and the foot down. And then we'll just make it nice and easy by walking the feet towards the hands, bend the knees, let the body hang. Breathing into the nostrils, out through the mouth, just let yourself hang. Into the nostrils, make some sound, sighing out through the mouth. We'll have a little sway here, moving the weights from the right to the left very slowly. And you can either have the hands on the ground or you can take hold of the elbows if you want to get a little bit more of a sway. So you can choose that, whichever you prefer. Make sure the head is very, or rather the neck is very relaxed. Maybe turning the head just to encourage that neck to relax. And then come to stillness, breathing into the nostrils. Out through the mouth one more time. And start to lift from the base. Lifting and imagining as each little vertebrae lifts, moving slowly, you're kind of awakening the spine, kind of invigorating, lengthening, creating space. Breathing in and out through the nostrils, creating some freedom in your spine. Let's create some freedom in the body. So we start to just lift the shoulders up, roll them back, get the knees bending, let the elbows rise up. We're just waking up, we've just risen up, and now we're kind of bringing that energy up from the ground into the body, breathing in, reaching up, arms right by the ears. Maybe you can get them brushing the ears. And then forwards, starting with the shoulders. Just with the shoulders to begin, knees bending, and then the elbows start lifting. So we're just moving gradually. You can take your own time. Let them, it's almost like the breath is lifting. The breath is lifting the arms. Isn't it nice to sort of feel that sense of effortlessness? Effortlessness. Oh dear. Breathing in and out. It's good. So, hands in front and behind. Let's get the wake up. Waking up. Bright, sparkling, kind of vibrant energy. So let's just bring the heels to the backside, bring the hands to the hips. So I'm just showing the sides so you can see I'm just kicking myself to the backside, waking myself up, moving the legs quite quickly. Get the legs active, get the legs activated quite quickly. And then we're lifting the knees high, getting that energy moving around the body. It's getting a better flow. When we get the energy flowing, you know, it just finds its own equilibrium and balance. And then out to the side with that leg. And the other leg. So we're getting again a bit of balance here. Just starting to kind of feel into that balance. Moving and balancing, you know, this is really where it's at. When we're balanced in movement, this is very useful, obviously, for everyday life. We often come off balance, typically when we are moving, doing something. And then we're just going to lift up the knee and open it out to the side, one at a time. Get the hips a little bit more vibrant and energized. This very big joint in the body really often needs a little bit extra attention because it's coming into the back as well. It's connecting up into the lower back, often an area of a little bit of stiffness, soreness, discomfort, you know, sort of not active maybe enough. We use the abdominals and the back together. It's a nice band around. Okay. Standing, finding Tadasana, lifting the toes, looking at the feet. Remember that great tool of bringing your attention into your feet by looking at them. So you literally bring your attention to them, you lift the toes, place them down, you physicalize, you feel the feet. Lift the heels, place them down. Maybe lifting the insides of the feet, so maybe coming to the edges, outside edges, and then placing them down. And seeing if we can bring the inside edges, so lifting the little toe off the ground. Good to get this flexibility, agility in the feet. And let the hands just hang by the side. So standing into Tadasana, soft knees, not bent. Position the pelvis, so you're just tilting it forward slightly. Abdominals engage, thighs engage. Pointing the tailbone down, lifting the sternum away from the belly button, so we create more space between these 2 points. Shoulders sit back, arms hang, fingertips slightly extending to the ground, just to exaggerate it a little bit. Back of the neck long, so think about the chin slightly tucked in, and think about the back of the neck lengthening, the crown lifting. So the crown's lifting and the feet are sinking down into the ground. Feel that, close your eyes. The mountain, Tadasana. So really bring yourself to your center, to the center of your being, to the center of your experience, to your breath, to your body, to the ground beneath you. Really feel a sense of all of this going on right now. Tuning in to that spacious freedom we have within us. Okay. Yeah, we're going to come to the front of the mat. We'll come back to that. So we're going to come into a triangle, Trikonasana. Bring the weight onto the left foot, and we step back with the right. Nice right angles with the feet. Square the hips to themselves, so we're not one way or the other. And also squaring it to the long edge of the mat. Inhale, lift the arms up. Feel the chest lift, getting nice and long in the waist again. And as you bring the arms down, try and keep that lift, but drop the shoulders down. So still this stays here where it's lifted. Inhale here, open the hands up. Nice big kind of open gesture. Exhale, reaching over to your left. And now, yes, look at this big open gesture. Back or front of hand on the leg, pressing against it. So the left shoulder comes forward and the right shoulder kind of pivots back there. Reaching up the fingertips to the ceiling, or you could always put that right hand behind the back of the hand just resting on the lower back. That's an option. Try and keep that neck coming out of the spine rather than hunched up, shoulders around the ears. So lots of length. It just feels much brighter and more active, vibrant. Soften the knees, feel the ground with the toes, breathe. Deeply, deepen your breath. Come up on the inhale, maybe bend into that left knee to soften that. And then exhaling through the nostrils, arms coming down. Bend into the right knee, come back to the front of the mat. Switch the weight to the right foot and we step back with the left. Right angles with the feet, square hips. Point the tailbone down, lift the arms up, lift the chest. Inhaling, exhaling, bring the arms to shoulder height, drop the shoulders down. Inhale, open the hands up wide, receptive, open. Exhale, reaching over to the right and down. Meet that right leg with the right hand and reaching up away with the left fingertips. Right into the fingertips, extend. When I first started practicing yoga, I didn't think the details were so important. But it really does make a difference, you know, whether your hand is kind of extended, vibrant, or just sort of floating up there somehow. Feel that length in the left side. But really paying attention to all these little parts. Soften the knees, feel the ground with the toes. Getting really connected with your body. Use the inhale to come up, bending into the right knee. Exhale, lower the arms down, gently, bending into the left knee, come back to the front of the mat. Good, okay. So a moment here. Before we step back into warrior one, so it's a big step backwards, stepping back into the hung there. It's more scary stepping backwards, I think, sometimes. Weight on the left foot, just a big step, or maybe 1 or 2 steps back. And you might want to adjust. I definitely want to adjust because that foot's a little bit too right behind this one. So I want to make it a bit wider. Maybe I can shuffle it back a little bit. But notice the angle of the toes is fairly forwards. And I want to encourage that. Right hip forward, left hip back. Even weight between the feet if you can, as much as possible. Body's upright in between these. It's not leaning with that leg upright. Inhale, lift the arms up, the palms face each other. The arms are right up by the ears. Exhale, bending into that left knee. So as the left knee comes forward, with equal effort and emphasis, pressing into the right heel. So all still, that right hip is going forwards as you push back onto that right heel. So there's a lot going on, particularly this anchor leg, I call that, the anchoring leg. Look up at the space between the hands if you want to challenge your balance a little bit. It's changing, you know, looking up will make it, will kind of disorientate slightly. So it's a good bit to practice. You're changing your point of view, you're changing your perspective. Breathe deeply, keep extending through the arms, but keep the shoulders down, nice and long in the neck. Breathing in, breathing out. Try not to grip with the toes also. Come up on the inhale and lower the arms on the exhale. So we're not quite finished with this because we're going to come into a forward bend here. So you can either hold your back or extend the arms. Inhale, as you exhale, see how I'm bending that knee slightly as I come over the leg. Either way, holding a nice strong belly there. Bring the fingers to the ground, whether it's the fingertips or whether you have to put something on the ground to make contact with it, that's okay. Once we have contact with both hands, then we attempt to lengthen this leg. So you push the big toe into the ground one way, and the hip or the sitting bone, actually is a good way to think of it, is going upwards into the ceiling there. So breathe, lengthening the left leg. Let the body kind of gradually relax down to this left leg as much as that is possible. Breathing in and out through the nostrils, slowly and steadily. Give your body some space and time to unravel, to kind of release and give you space. Okay, and then we're going to come out softly by bending into that left knee, walking the hands up the leg, and we step forward with the right foot. Let's give everything a little shake up. So shaking the knees and the hips and the shoulders. Let's let it all go. In through the nostrils. Ah, yeah, feels good. Shaking up all the atoms. Weight on the right foot. I'm going to take a big step back the other side now. Warrior one, Virabhadrasana one. Again, adjust your position. You might want to widen the stance if you're finding it difficult to balance. Right hip back, left hip forward. So both hips are facing the short edge of the mat. Really get that weight into that back heel. Inhale, lift the arms up. The palms are facing each other, shoulders down. So feel that length from the waist. The waist is reaching up out of the hips. And exhaling, bending into the right knee. It's hovering above the ankle, no further than that. And you're pressing back into that left heel. That'll also keep you anchored, but also prevent you from leaning forwards into that leg too much. You want to keep in the middle. Body wants to stay right in the middle between these 2 feet. And also the middle wants to be facing forwards. So the right hip always coming back, left hip going forwards here in this position. Look up at the space between the hands if you want to have a little extra challenge. But also it helps to open up the front of the body more. When you look up, it lifts the chest even more. It's a good thing to try. Have a go. And now come back up on the inhale, lifting the arms up, look forwards. Exhale, lower the arms down. And we're going to come into forward bend again, holding the back or extending up. Inhale. Slightly bend that right knee or soften it, coming forwards over this right leg. Hands on the ground or contact with something on the ground. Lengthening the right leg now. So we push the big toe into the ground. Imagine you're wanting to make a big dent in your mat. And you reach up that sitting bone. The right one is going upwards to the ceiling. And let the body relax down over this leg as you breathe. Breathing in nice and deep. Breathing out really long through the nostrils. So just trusting your body is going to release a tiny bit with each out breath. So give it a few breaths there. Feeling that, even if it's just a tiny little fraction, a tiny millimeter, this is progress. And this is connection. And this is kind of proof, if you like, of the power of the breath and the connection between the breath and the body. And we're going to come out of it now. So bend that right knee, walk the hands up the leg, and step forward with the left foot. Another shake up. So let's get those legs going. Knees bent, legs going, hips going, shoulders going. So arms are just hanging there like, you know, floppy arms. making sound, feel the energy. The movement is encouraged even more. Okay, we're going to come into a balance. So what balance are we going to do today? We're going to do the dancer. Again, lots of chest opening here. So that's good preparation. Weight on the left foot, and we lift the right foot off the ground, hold onto the foot with the right hand. And you can either hold the outside of the foot or the inside of the foot, with the thumb going backwards on the inside, thumb going forwards on the outside. Checking that left foot is nice and grounded, maybe bending into that left knee slightly to take the gravity down, center of gravity down. Connect the thumb and the first finger of the other hand, spread the other fingers out wide. So we've got a lovely mudra there. Inhale, lift the arm up, lift the fingers up to the ceiling, reach up, lift the chest. That's inhale. Exhaling, we're just going to bring that body, tilt the body forwards. And once you feel you're as far forward as you feel comfortable, then you start to take the heel, the right heel away from the backside, the toe is going up to the ceiling. This left arm is extending forwards. So again, think of these 3 points moving away from each other. The left fingers, the right toe, and the left foot. And I'm almost moving away from myself. Checking you're not gripping with the left foot onto the ground. Breathe, focus your eyes, breathe deeply. And we're going to come out now. So inhale, lift the arm up, come back to standing. Try and stay with this one-legged, and then let the left arm come down on the out breath, and lower the right leg down. Finally, give everything a shake, particularly the legs and the arms, why not? Yeah, feeling that energy changing and shifting. Weight onto the right foot. So I'm bending that knee a little bit just to kind of feel that ground, taking hold of the left foot. If you ever have trouble getting hold of the foot, trouser leg is also good, or you can use a little strap or a long sock, something like that, these props. Inside or outside grip, either's good. Really trying to stand tall and keep the hips flexors pressing forwards there. Connect the thumb and the first finger this. Inhale, lift the hand up to the ceiling, the right hand. Lifting the chest. As you exhale, lead with the chest, and also the right hand's coming forwards, of course. Open the chest, and then start to take that left heel away from the backside. Focus your eyes. Breathe deeply. Again, 3 points moving away from each other. The right fingertips, the left toe, and the right foot. You can even start straightening up that right leg if you've got it bent. So you've got this extended, beautiful, elegant, extended, balanced pose. Breathe. Use the inhale to come back up. Exhale, lower the arm down. And finally, let go of that left leg. Again, shaking the arms and the legs. Okay, let's have a little bit of a rest. Ragdoll, been very active. So ragdoll, checking the weight between the feet, the space between the feet are parallel. And then we're going to let it all go. So the chin's coming down to the chest, the knees start bending, the hands are sliding down the fronts of the legs. We're breathing in and out through the nostrils. Let the body hang. Head is hanging, arms are hanging. Breathe in through the nostrils. Sigh out through the mouth. Good. And just really feel the whole of the body from the hips upwards to the fingertips to the head is just pouring into the ground, just hanging there. It's encouraged by that out breath through the mouth, that release. And then we're going to rebuild. So you can feel that energy in the base of the spine. It's like awakening, it's waking up, and it's rising up. Rising up, energy rising up through the spine, leave the knees bent, leave the head hanging, the arms hanging. As you rise up and you feel the chest lifts, and you can let the shoulders sit back, let the head lift, and just feel that openness there. Good, openness, receptivity. Yeah, ability to kind of be open to whatever's coming, open to receive the gifts. So we're going to, with that, we'll come into this little gratitude moment. I just made a little heart there. Fingertips touching there. Standing nice and steady. On the inhale, you're going to lift the arms up. Look up, watch the hands come together. Exhaling, bringing those hands down through that center. And this is just becoming present. This is a great one, looking down at the ground where the fingers are going. Just keeping your eye or your awareness on the movement of the fingertips and watching them with your eyes really helps to keep the focus, really helps to steady the attention. And this is what we really have, if we have control over anything, I would say it's probably we can control where we place our attention. So this is incredibly valuable to be able to choose that and not just be constantly being pulled around and your attention being grabbed by all the distractions. So we choose, in our practice we choose, and we keep our focus, and we keep trying actually, because our attention we will get distracted constantly by all sorts of things. Just the mind not being trained, not being steady, not being able to bring that steadiness in. That takes practice. Practice. So now we just bring all the appreciation. This is the receptivity, just allowing ourselves to feel everything that we appreciate today, at this time, in this moment. What is it I'm appreciating? What is it I'm aware of? What is, where is that energy, that excitement, that yes? And feeling that in the body and acknowledging the things that make us alive, make us feel grateful. Yeah. Just allowing yourself to imagine those things, to realize those things, to see those things, to appreciate those things. We'll do one more of these. So we're really going to expand the fingers out, reaching out to the edges of the circle, bring the hands together, and as they come down on that out breath, we'll let them just rest here at the center, at the heart center. So lifting the chest towards the hands and dropping the shoulders back of the neck long. Feet are reaching down into the earth, imagining there's roots going down from the soles of the feet. Roots going down, crown going up, so it's extension in both directions. And just closing your eyes for a moment. Again, that internal experience, which we are wanting to develop more connection to, our interior experience, our introspection, ability to feel and tune in. Just feeling your heart, space around the heart and how it feels today, acknowledging it, greeting it. Good. Let the hands fall to the sides. And we'll come into our half sun salutes. So just checking again the feet, lift the toes, place them down, place them. Lift the heels, place them down. Good. Half sun salute. Breathing in, lift the arms up, look up, bring the hands together. Hands come away from each other, chest leads, knees bend, fingertips touch the ground. Inhale, look to the ceiling, hands come to the knees. Long back, long, straight legs, straight arms. Exhale with the straight legs still, forward bend, try and touch the ground. Bend the knees and then reach up with the hands. Inhale, look up, hands come together. Exhale, arms come down. Breathing in and out through the nostrils. If you're familiar with Ujjayi breath, this is a great one to use that. If you're not familiar with Ujjayi breath, it's a way of lengthening the breath, slight constriction on the throat. The sound that you would make if you were is ha or sa, ha or sa. Feel how the shape that changes in the throat, and that's what you want to try and have that shape as you're breathing in and out through the nostrils. So inhaling, looking up, hands come together, bend the knees, hands come down, fingertips touch the ground. Inhale, open the chest, shoulders go back, look up. Exhale, keep the legs straight, forward bend. Bend the knees, push up against the ground, reach up to the skies. Exhale, arms come down. So we're really getting this sense of polarities, the earth and the heavens. Breathing in, breathing out, we're coming down to the earth, touching this earth. Inhale, looking up to the heavens, opening the chest. Exhale, forward bend, straight legs, meeting the earth, bending the knees, pushing against the earth to reach up, look up. Good. Inhale, exhale, keeping the breath in and out through the nostrils. Inhale. Reach up, lift the chest. Exhale, bend the knees, touch the ground. Exhaling. Inhale, look up to the skies. Open the chest, heart flying upwards. Exhale, forward bend with the straight legs. Bend the knees. Inhale. Exhale, arms come down. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, fingertips touch the ground. Inhale, look up. Legs, arms and backs are straight. Exhale, forward bend, straight legs. Bend the knees. Eyes go up, hands go up, breath goes up. Inhaling, exhaling. Let's do one more. Inhale. Exhale, knees bend, fingertips touch the ground. Inhale, look up. Open the chest. Exhale, forward bend. Bend the knees a lot. Push up from the ground. Reach up with the fingers. Look up. Exhale, arms come down. Beautiful. How does that feel now? Set the feet apart. Just loosen everything up a little bit. There's a lot of work on the back. There's a lot going on here and here. So we're going to loosen it all up by bending the knees, coming into our twists. Arms are being moved by that body, by the central force of the body moving, bending into the knees, letting the arms move through space. This very simple, lovely practice always brings a smile to my face. I can feel that happening now. It just feels so, this is what feels like very liberating. It's very symbolic of freedom, which is what we're looking at today. Feel that freedom, the arms moving around the body, bending into the knees, so very loose, very open, very free. Okay. So, chair, and then we will come to the floor. Breathing in, lift the arms up. The arms are going in line with the body. So think about the feet sinking down and the arms going up, the chest is lifting, lots of length in the body. And then we're taking the bottom back, the arms forward, the arms are in line with the neck is in line with the arms. Nice long line from the fingertip to the base of the spine. Strong belly here is required. Make sure the knees aren't splaying out or coming together. It's even space stays even the whole time. Breathe. So don't go down too low. You want to get that kind of, it's almost like the biting point. We're holding it there, but we're extending to keep that strength. Then use the inhale to come up and feel relieved, and the arms come down on the exhale. Good. Okay. Let's come to the front of the mat now. We're going to come down slowly, bringing the arms forwards. We'll do one little squat here, taking the shoulders back so the chest is lifted always. Again, then you feel that abdominal engagement. And breathing out, lowering down slowly. The bottom's going back, the arms are going forwards, making sure again that the space between the knees stays steady. So you're keeping those strong legs active all the time. Breathing in and out the whole time. Slowly come down. So useful, such a good thing to do is to squat. Do squats, also squat down on the ground or slowly squat into position. Just bouncing the knees up and down a little. Good. And then we're going to lift the right knee up. We're going to do a seated forward bend with one leg. And let the knee fall out to the side. And the foot, sole of the foot, is on the inside of the thigh. If you're finding that finding that very difficult, either the knee is really high, you can support that knee with cushions or blankets, just so that hip will release. And if you're finding it difficult to sit up, you kind of feel it's a lot of strain, sit up on a cushion or a block. Toes of the left foot going directly up. So we're going to come into a twist first of all, right hand on the outside of that left knee. Left hand just swoops behind. Keep the body facing this right foot to begin, looking at that right foot and the toes elevated. Inhale, feel the lift coming from the crown and also coming from the chest. So you feel again the abdominals engage and extend. Exhaling, we're going to bring the belly around to the left, then the ribs, then the chest, followed by the left shoulder, followed by the eyes and the nose and the whole face. Inhale, lift the crown. Exhale, turning and twisting a little deeper, but keeping that length all the time. Always keeping a bit of awareness on the length, not losing that length with the out breath, but every inhale, lengthening. One more breath in, and then one twist to the front. It's not too long in that twist, it's just to kind of get a little bit more active there. Inhale, lift the arms up into forward bend. So as we come forward, feel that you're leading with your chest. Okay, not with the hands, not with the shoulders. Shoulders stay back, they're kind of in second place. the chest is what's leading. Hands on the legs or either side of that left leg. Toes stay pointing towards the ceiling. Come away a little bit, as in lift up the spine on the inhale. And the exhale, come forward. Do that as much as you want to, just keep that. Sometimes keeping moving really helps or stops us from kind of pushing so hard. So maybe every so often an inhale, you want to just sit up a little bit more, create more space between your body and this left leg. And then you have a bit more space to move into maybe. And every now and again, breathing in, lifting up, but keeping that breath moving all the time. Looking towards the big toes, breathing in and breathing out, laying the body down as much as possible, but taking your time to do so. We don't want to go straight, we just want to feel into this, to experience the journey that we make, rather than just kind of wanting to get to the end point before we've had that experience. Good. And then we're going to walk the hands back up the leg there, reaching up with the arms, inhaling, exhaling, the arms come down, lift the right knee, and then we're going to lift the left knee. So we're in this nice little kind of this little egg, this little seed. Just release the back of the neck in between before we do the other side. Breathing in through the nostrils and out through the mouth. And we're going to go to the side now. So extend that right leg out. Bring that left foot towards you and the left knee, and then let the left knee fall out to the side. So this left foot is on the inside of the right thigh, toes pointing towards the ceiling. Might want to just perch yourself up a little bit. Don't forget to pad or support that left knee if it's very high. Right hand goes behind, arms close to the body, left hand on the outside of that right knee. Inhale, lift the chest. We're going to come into this twist. Starting from the base up, so don't even turn your head. Rather than starting with the head turning, start with the belly, and then the ribs, and then the chest, and then the right shoulder until your head gets pulled around with this. Dropping the shoulders down, nice long neck coming up out of the body. And turning to the head, the eyes, the nose to look right behind you. Every inhale lifting, making that very significant. Inhale lifting, the crown's lifting, and the exhale we're twisting. So lifting and twisting. Feel the breath as you inhale and lift. Feel the breath is coming into that whole spinal column, making it long. And exhaling a little bit deeper. Good. One more breath in. Untwist the front. Feeling that kind of more open there. Inhale, lift the arms up. Look up at the back of the hands and lead with the chest again. Lead. Feel the length there. Feel the engagement with the abdominals as you come forwards and bring the hands to the ground or the leg. Coming away from that leg, coming onto the fingertips or lifting up into back into the seated position there, or back upright, and then breathing out through the nostrils, bringing the body forwards. Breathing in and breathing out, just constantly paying attention to the quality of your asana, the quality of your posture, breathing in. Enjoying your breath, staying connected to that breath, connected to creating space rather than reaching some goal or achieving some shape with your body. Much more interesting to be with your breath and see and explore and be very interested in what happens when you breathe out. When you breathe out a little bit longer, what's going on? Being interested and curious in what's happening and how the body responds to that breath. Quite amazing how the body responds instantly to that. And then we just walking the hands back up the leg, reaching up with the arms and lowering the arms down, lifting that left knee and lifting the right knee and hugging both the knees, letting the face fall to the knees, breathing into the nostrils, out through the mouth. Very good. Oh, out through the mouth, a nice sigh there. Hands around the front of the knees. Just give them a nice little rub there. Now the cosmic egg. So we start off by lifting the chest and dropping the shoulders, opening the shoulders up and dropping them down behind you. Back of the neck is long. And we sit forward onto the sit bones, come onto the toes, the tips of the toes, and then start to take the toes away from the ground, just slightly. So we've got this nice shape, this nice kind of point with the knee here. It's actually like a zigzag, you know, here, here, here. It's nice and even as well. Open the shoulders up, keep lifting the chest to the ceiling. Back of the neck long, keep lifting the crown to the ceiling. You might be able to rock there. We're trying to rock forwards onto the sit bones rather than sitting back onto the lower back, onto the sacrum there. Breathe, nice and long in the body. Close your eyes for a moment in this cosmic egg. Imagine yourself a little cosmic egg floating in the universe. Feel that sense of balance, of floating and breathing in and out from the nostrils. Remember this. Bring the feet to the ground. Slide the legs away. Bounce the knees up and down a little bit. Just again, loosen that energy. Maybe give the legs a rub. Why not? Nice to give a bit of touch, bit of supportive, releasing touch to the body. So our legs are staying together. We're stretching the fingers towards the toes, so we know what's happening here. This is really about just getting that last bit of effort for the abdominal section, but also obviously that comes into the back as well. But we need to make this strong to support this. Otherwise, this is going to do too much work and then we'll put it under too much strain. Constantly breathing in and out, constantly keeping that focus on the breath, so a little bit of distraction for oneself. And the hands out to the side, feet fall out to the side. Give yourself a moment just to appreciate Shavasana. Yeah, it feels good. And appreciating just lying on the ground, breathing into the nostrils, out through the mouth. Oh, let it go, let it go, let it go. Okay. Into the nostrils, out through the mouth. Really, without each out breath, feeling a little bit more sinking into the ground. Breathing in. As you breathe out, just press the back into the ground so that you can easily lift the knees up to your chest and hug the knees and have a rock side to side. Okay, let's take one hand on top of each knee. Let's just create a bit of space in the hips by breathing in, take the knees away. Breathing out, let the knees fall either side and coming back into the body. So we're drawing 2 circles with the knees. Inhale, extend them away, exhale, let them fall away to the sides and come back to the body. Very simple. Try and keep it very slow and even, this breath and this movement. So it gives your hips a chance to really feel that they're receiving the attention. And really getting that nice fluidity in the hips, fluidity, kind of nice, juicy sort of fluidity, quality in the hip joint, feeling that. And then we're going to go the other way. So start with the knees away, close together, right touching. Inhale, exhale, bring the knees into the body, and then opening up on the inhale. Inhale as the knees go away, just holding the knees with the fingertips there. Inhale as they go away. Feel this obviously in the hip joint, so feel the breath in the hip joint. Also feel this into the back of the pelvis as well. So, you know, we might sort of focus on a particular part of the body sometimes, but it's all connected. Everything influences everything. Everything is connected. And in this way, we bring everything into balance and give everything some attention, particularly the joints of the body. Hug the knees again. Let's just push the heels up to the ceiling and extend the fingers to the ceiling. Talking about these joints, let's rotate the wrists and the ankles. So with the ankles, we're drawing big circles with the big toes. And with the hands, we're drawing big circles with the fingers one way, and then we change direction the other way. Maybe see if we can let this come into the whole leg a little bit. Spirals, spirals, lovely spirals. Breath and spirals go together very well. And then hug the knees again. Place the soles of the feet on the ground. We're going to come into an easy twist. So actually let the feet come away from the backside a little bit. Feet as wide as the mat. You could try that version. Extend the arms out to the side, palms flat down. Breathing into the nostrils. As you breathe out from the nostrils, let the knees fall to the left and the head goes over to the right. As you breathe in, you lift the knees to center, lift the head to center. Exhale, the knees go to the right, the head goes over to the left. So really release the out breath and really see if you can get a good twist through the spine. Inhaling, lifting to center. Exhaling, releasing to the side. So enjoy that feeling. If you want to get extra feeling and extra enjoyment, close the eyes. It really does make a difference. You get much more of a relaxed feeling, much more engaged with the body, with that experience, that inner experience of the body. That introception. And with each practice that grows more, that we become more intimate with our inner experience. It's just one of the benefits of our practice. To stay in tune with our whole being, our whole self. Physical, mental, emotional, energetic, spiritual, which is all of it, of course, together. And just letting yourself really ease. Bring ease. Next time you find your knees and head to center, you can either just stay in the semi-supine position, let the knees fall together. That's kind of a really nice feeling, let the arms flop out to the side. Or you can let the legs slide away if you want to just lie flat. You can make that choice. Back over, neck is long, so tuck the chin in slightly. Arms away from the body. Let them just rest there, breathing in through the nostrils. Sigh out for the mouth. Let it go. Let it go. Have a little relaxation. But really focus on giving yourself this time. Give yourself this minute or so on the ground. Give yourself fully to it. So you're not using it to do your lists, to-do lists, planning, scheduling, worrying time. You can choose separate worrying time, but right now we just bring our focus to our body, to our breath, to how we feel, and really asking ourselves, how do I feel? What's my body doing now? How has my body responded to my practice? Breathing and feeling. And it's just a soft, easy breath. There's actually nothing to do here. And that's not as easy as it sounds. Nothing to do apart from focus on your breath. Relax. Soften the body. So softening the body is just letting it sink into the ground. Letting it merge with the earth. Feeling the earth is soft and receptive, receiving your body. And your body too, and your mind is receptive, open. So the bell marks the end of our relaxation, the end of our practice. Or now, we just find our way back to seated. Slowly come back to seated. Just looking out, rubbing the body, feeling the body, breathing, and then bringing the hands together, rubbing the palms together, creating heat and energy between the palms of the hands. My hands are quite cold hands, so I need to do quite a lot. And I've placed those hands, energized, warm hands on the heart center. Close the eyes. Really come into that heart center. See how that is today. Spaciousness. And bring to mind within this fertile ground of the heart, this fertile space. Bring to mind your intention, your sankalpa. What is it you want to grow? And the more we can bring our attention to what it is we want to grow, and what we want to manifest, the more this will start to manifest. Just a bit of regular attention. So say that to yourself, your Sankalpa, your intention, with meaning, with love, with warmth. Good. Namaste. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace and thanks.